So, Superman is a brand new Superman film that is also in a brand new DC universe, written and directed by James Gunn. In the film, as y'all can imagine, we follow Superman, who in this film is being portrayed by David Corenswet, who is on a journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, and along the way in his journey, he just wants to do the right thing, the good thing, in a world that perceives these things as old-fashioned. Before I continue on with today's video, I just wanted to say welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button to them as a future video, whether it's a future review, a reaction, top 5, top 10, or whatever I've coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, you are not going to miss the cool stuff I have coming your way. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, by the way, welcome back, everybody. You have no idea how happy I am to see your faces once again. And let's also start our conversation below as well. This is the most obvious question to ask, but that is this: how flarkin' excited are you guys for Superman? Or even better, what are your biggest hopes for this movie? Or even more so, what are your biggest fears when it comes to this brand new Superman film? Let me know below. This video will be completely spoiler free, so if y'all out there are worried, watch this video that I'm going to reveal the tiniest bit of details. Do not worry, this will be, it will be vague. It might be vague, it's a bit of annoyance, but trust me when I say this, guys. This will be spoiler free, so do not worry, you are safe with me. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Superman!
Excellent!
You guys have no idea how long that I have been waiting for this freaking movie. I mean, if you can tell already, I am already expecting for the comments to be full of the shill comments, that I'm a paid reviewer, that I'm just a James Gunn chill, a James Gunn fanboy. And don't get me wrong, I'm a massive James Gunn fan, but I will not deny when I say this. I'm also a big Zack Snyder fan, and I really did want to see the Snyderverse continue. I absolutely did. It has gone, and it is now time to usher in a brand new, and dare I say, an exciting era for DC movies. As I sat down for my IMAX screening, I only wanted one thing: a good blast, and just a film that would leave me with hope and love by the end of it. Can you all tell that I absolutely adored this movie? This was the movie that I have been hoping for, and then some. This is the Superman film that I've been waiting for to experience the theaters once again, ever since I saw Christopher Reeve, specifically Superman 2 when I was a kid. I'm telling you all, it is just that good. All of the performances in this movie are fantastic, and I could easily spend at least a good 10 minutes going over how great everybody is. Whether it comes down to David Corenswet as Superman Clark Kent, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, Eddie Gathecki as Mr. Terrific, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, not to mention Skylar's, I'm so sorry if I'm getting your name, but he played as Jimmy Olsen. Not to mention as well, even the smaller supporting characters, seriously. But I do want to keep my thing down, my thoughts on the performances down to 4 specific characters. Eddie Gathecki in this film is so good. He's full of such charm, personality, charisma, and by the time that a particular scene ended, I am very excited to see where he does end up next going forward in this new brand new DC universe. Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Oh my god, was she so good. One of the reasons why I absolutely loved her as Lois Lane is because of this. Well, there's actually a couple of reasons, but putting it down to 2 specific reasons. One of which being, she was not a damsel in distress. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane is an iconic Lois Lane. I absolutely loved what she did. But man, and I gotta tell you all, what Rachel Brosnahan did, bringing her interpretation to this character, not only bringing such a great new portrayal of Lois Lane, but making a Lois Lane that not only challenges Superman intellectually, but not to mention as well, Rachel Brosnahan is feisty and she is fierce as Lois Lane, and she's also very just fiercely loyal to the people that she cares about, and she's just a great journalist in this movie. There's another great scene involving her and another character that I could not get enough of. The next person I gotta talk about is David Corenswet as Superman. Henry Cavill was a brilliant Superman. He was a great Superman. He brought such a great interpretation of that character to the big screen with Man of Steel. There is no denying that. I loved Henry Cavill. But guys, it is time to make way for David Corenswet because, man, David Corenswet absolutely nailed it as Superman. Now, I will not deny this. I could have probably gotten a tad bit more from this Clark Kent because he's really not Clark Kent that much in the film. I will not deny that much. That is the most that I will say when it comes to being Clark Kent. However, him as Clark Kent I thought was great, but man, seeing him in that cape and that outfit, just embodying everything that Superman stands for, bringing out love, truth, kindness, hope. This to me is Superman, and David Corenswet embodied that and then some. There are so many moments in this film where I kept on looking at him and I just kept on saying, I cannot wait to see where he goes in this brand new DC universe. Oh my god, he is so good. The last person that I gotta talk about performances wise is Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. Oh my god, was he incredible as Lex Luthor. Now, I do apologize that I keep going back and forth to past, performances and past iterations of when past actors have portrayed these characters, but I do have to talk about Lex Luthor and other performances for a specific reason. Gene Hackman, brilliant Lex Luthor. That person we shouldn't talk about for Superman Returns. A great Lex Luthor and easily the best thing about Superman Returns. Jesse Eisenberg. Not Lex Luthor to me, but good. He's a good actor, but he wasn't Lex Luthor to me. Nicholas Hoult made me hate Lex Luthor so much. I have never wanted to punch a bald guy so much in my life. Nicholas Hoult is so cold. He's menacing, he's threatening, and he's a guy that, of course, he knows that he can't beat Superman in a one-on-one fist fight. He absolutely knows that, but man, this is a Lex Luthor that knows how to get underneath Superman's skin. There is a moment in this movie, there's no dialogue, but man, how Nicholas Hoult just showcases his rage and his hatred in this iteration of Lex Luthor. Loved him as Lex Luthor, and I can't wait to see where he goes in the future of the DC universe. I really am excited to see where he goes. Something that I want to tell you guys right off the bat, and that is this. This is a movie that at first, it throws a lot at you. I mean, like, this throws so much crap at you, and I will say this, can it feel overwhelming at times? Yes, it absolutely can, don't get me wrong. I did feel a little overwhelmed at times, but this is a film that once it does find that rhythm, you're in for such a colorful, vibrant joyride that the movie throws you onto for this roller coaster ride. Something in particular that I loved about Superman is the fact that this movie is not an origin story, because come on, we have seen the origin story of Superman have been told in film multiple, and I mean multiple times, whether it's been film, TV, whatever, guys. We all know the origin story, but here's the thing. What James Gunn does so well here is that he throws you right into the thick of an already established world, of a world that's already been lived in, that yes, this is a world where metahumans, where superheroes have existed for centuries. You're not gonna get another origin story. You're being thrown into a world where people exist, and that if you want to see more, if you're excited about seeing these characters more, guess what? You're gonna see more of these characters. This is a movie that's establishing this big, epic new superhero universe that doesn't want to just do another origin story when it could have easily have done so. Even though there are times the film can feel a bit overwhelming with the storytelling, it is a film that still nonetheless is telling a central story and that is Superman's story. At no single point does James Gunn lose the way of telling a central story about Superman. He could have easily have gone lost and trying to just bring in a whole bunch of characters for the sake of, let's just say, cameo's sake. Because once again, guys, this is a film and a universe that's already been lived in with these people for God knows for centuries long. And this is a film that if you do love the film and if you want to see these characters again, guess what? You're going to see them again. It's a film that really does just throw you right into the middle of all the action, even if the action, if the storytelling can feel overwhelming at times, definitely, but there wasn't a single point into which it felt like that lost focus on the central story of this movie. James Gunn directs the hell out of this movie, whether it comes to how him and Harry Brand move the camera, especially for the flight sequences, which are just absolutely, it's a joy to watch Superman flying, especially in IMAX, which that brings me on to this, guys. See this movie on the biggest screen with the loudest speakers possible. You guys, what I'm trying to say. The thing that I wanted the most out of this movie was a movie that explored kindness, doing the right thing, doing the good thing, filling people with hope, and that was what I wanted out of the most of this movie, and James Gunn absolutely does that through and throughout this movie. It's a movie that wants you to feel leaving hopeful and feeling awe and wonder, and that is exactly the feeling that I got as soon as I got out of this movie last night from my screening. Because of James Gunn's writing, especially with Guardians of the Galaxy, I know some people may ask, because James Gunn does have a lot of humor in his movies, especially like I just mentioned, Guardians and even the Suicide Squad absolutely does that. Does the humor at any time overshadow the drama of a scene or the seriousness of a scene? And my answer to that, from what I saw last night, it absolutely does not. Now, I mean, sure, are there a few moments when a joke doesn't quite land? Sure, but it never took me out of that particular moment. There were multiple times when the humor had me cracking up, especially with Crypto. There was a great moment with Crypto, and by the way, Crypto is a scene stealer in this movie, in particular moment that once again I'm not going to reveal when it happens much later in the film, but man, it had me smiling and laughing hysterically. Another thing in particular that I loved with this movie was how colorful and how vibrant it was. I felt like I was watching a comic book come to life. This is definitely, and you're going to hear a lot of people mentioning this, but I'm only saying this because I agree with them. This Superman is most definitely the most comic book-y film that has been made. Really, I can't think of the last time that a comic book film has been made that feels this much like a comic book. The cinematography of this movie is just brilliant. It's beautiful, and the flying sequences are so much fun along with the action sequences. It has been a long time since I have seen a Superman film that left me just with a big ass smile on my face. There are times in the action sequences where I was just losing my mind. The music for this movie is so good. I love the music in this movie. And here's the thing, John Williams' Superman score is one of the greatest scores, not just for superhero films, but filmmaking period. And I absolutely love that they use it as a way to, yes, call back to the past iterations, but as a way to move forward in this exciting brand new era of DC films, looking forward and looking up to the future. Love the score, a great musical score.
Well, that's just fucking great!
The issues that I have with this movie aren't really issues, they're more just nitpicky things that I have, because here's the thing, guys. The nitpicks that I have for this movie, they didn't take away the experience and the joy and the love that I have for this movie. I do wish that we saw more of Clark Kent, even though this is a Superman-centric tale, but a part of me does wish that we got just a bit more of Clark Kent. The movie itself, even though it's a little over 2 hours, I feel like this movie could have been at least another 10, maybe even 15 minutes longer, because there are things that happen in this movie, and there are characters that are in this movie that I do wish that we got more time with. But once again, guys, these things are nitpicks that I have with this movie, so really, these really, yeah, didn't really matter so much to me.
And here we
Go. So overall, James Gunn's Superman was the film I had hoped for and then some. It's a movie full of awe, hope, love, and wonder. And not only am I so excited to see it again, a few more times actually, but I cannot wait for the future of DC. One of my favorite movies of this year? You're damn right it is. All in all, I'm gonna give Superman a 5 out of 5. I love this movie so much, guys. Please go see this movie this weekend. See it on the biggest screen with the loudest speakers possible. Take your friends, take your family seriously. This is a movie for everybody. I can't wait for the future of DC. Bring on more. I want more. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Superman. If so, please hit the like button, or if you dislike this review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see in my previous 2 videos, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.